So, is Shinobi Art of Vengeance worth playing? After 14 years in the shadows, Sega's iconic ninja series has finally returned, and honestly, the wait has been agonizing for longtime fans like myself. But here's the thing. When a franchise disappears for over a decade, you start to wonder, can anyone really do justice to those classic arcade memories? Well, Lizardcube has stepped up to the plate, the same studio that absolutely nailed Streets of Rage 4 and Wonder Boy: The Dragon's Trap. So let's slice through the hype and find out if this new Shinobi adventure hits like a perfectly timed kunai throw, or if it's just another case of nostalgia bait gone wrong. The first thing that absolutely grabs you by the throat is how gorgeous this game looks. We're talking hand-drawn animation that's so fluid and detailed, you'll find yourself pausing just to admire Joe Musashi's running cycle. Every frame feels like it was lovingly painted by hand, because it literally was. When you see that ninja magic explode across the screen in vibrant bursts of color, or watch Musashi's katana slice through enemies with that satisfying weight behind each swing, you immediately know you're in for something special. But visuals are just the appetizer here. What really hits you first is how this game feels different from classic Shinobi. Instead of those lightning-fast one-hit kills that define the original games, Art of Vengeance throws you into a more deliberate, combo-heavy combat system. Enemies have health bars now, and you're juggling them in the air with sword slashes, dive bombing with flaming jump kicks, and watching your combo counter tick toward triple digits. It's immediately clear this isn't your grandfather's Shinobi, and that's both exciting and a little jarring. Let's talk about what makes Art of Vengeance genuinely fantastic, because there's a lot to love here. First up, those levels are absolutely massive. We're talking sprawling, interconnected stages that feel more like exploration playgrounds than linear obstacle courses. You'll find yourself backtracking through areas with new abilities, unlocking previously inaccessible sections, and constantly discovering secrets you missed the first time through. It's not quite a full Metroidvania, but it definitely borrows those "oh wait, I can reach that now" moments that make exploration so addictive. The boss fights deserve special mention because they're genuinely spectacular. Whether you're facing off against twin mutants that combine into one towering freak, or battling a beastmaster who's summoning minotaurs and griffins to keep you on your toes, each encounter feels unique and memorable. These aren't just damaged sponges, they're proper showdowns that test everything you've learned. And can we talk about the variety? One level has you racing across train car rooftops. Another drops you into the gloopy innards of a kaiju that feels straight out of a Rick and Morty episode. And there's even a bonus stage that reimagines the classic surfing level from Shinobi 3. No two stages feel the same, and that constant variety keeps the 10-hour adventure feeling fresh from start to finish. The customization system is surprisingly deep too. You're not just unlocking new moves, you're tailoring Musashi's entire skill set to your playstyle. Want to focus on aerial combos? There are amulets for that. Prefer to go in guns blazing with your ninpo powers? You can build around that too. This level of character progression gives you genuine reasons to hunt down every secret and complete every optional challenge. Now, it's not all kunai and cherry blossoms. Here's where things get a bit more complicated. While Art of Vengeance is undeniably a great game, it's also noticeably different from classic Shinobi entries. And longtime fans need to know this going in. The pacing feels deliberately slower, more methodical. Where older games were all about that fluid ninja flow, constantly moving and dispatching enemies in swift, deadly strikes, this one locks you into combat encounters and puzzle sections that break up that legendary Shinobi momentum. There's also some technical roughness, particularly on Switch. Frame pacing issues pop up in certain stages, especially in that factory level that just feels a bit off. The resolution takes a hit sometimes too, though apparently there's a day one patch addressing these concerns. On PlayStation and stronger hardware, these problems largely disappear, but if you're planning to play on original Switch hardware, just be aware you might hit some bumps. The map system, while generally helpful for navigation, has this annoying quirk, where it doesn't tell you if falling down a gap will land you safely or instantly respawn you with health damage. It adds an unwanted trial and error element when you're hunting for secrets. And don't get me started on enemies respawning the instant they go off camera. It leads to unnecessary repeat fights when you're backtracking. The reception has been interesting because it really splits along predictable lines. Newcomers to the franchise are absolutely loving it. They're praising the gorgeous art style, the satisfying combat system, and the sheer amount of content packed into those sprawling levels. For them, this feels like discovering a brand new franchise at its creative peak. Longtime Shinobi veterans have more mixed feelings, and honestly, both sides are completely right. Yes, this doesn't feel exactly like classic Shinobi. The combat is more brawler-like, the pacing is different, and those signature lightning-fast ninja moments are less frequent. But it's also true that this approach works incredibly well for a modern audience and creates genuinely engaging gameplay that stands on its own merits. The production values are undeniably top-tier. Yuzo Koshiro contributing 6 tracks to the soundtrack, T. Lopez handling the atmospheric pieces, and Lizardcube's signature hand-drawn animation style all combine to create something that feels both nostalgic and completely contemporary. This isn't just a nostalgia cash grab, it's a serious effort to modernize and expand the franchise. Here's my take. If you're the kind of player who loved Streets of Rage 4 and appreciated how it modernized that classic formula while respecting its roots, you're going to absolutely adore Art of Vengeance. If you're into exploration-heavy platformers with satisfying combat progression and gorgeous hand-drawn art, this should be at the top of your wish list. If you're a Shinobi purist expecting the exact same lightning-fast, one-hit kill gameplay of the classics, you might need to adjust your expectations. But here's the thing. Even with those differences, this is still an exceptional action platformer that honors the spirit of what made Shinobi special while carving out its own identity. At $25, you're getting 12 massive levels, tons of secrets to discover, multiple difficulty options, and post-game content, including boss rush and arcade modes. That's solid value for a game that clearly had serious love and craftsmanship poured into every pixel. Shinobi Art of Vengeance proves that sometimes the best way to honor a classic is to fearlessly evolve it. It's beautiful, challenging, and packed with enough content to keep you busy for weeks. Like a ninja strapped to a surfboard, it's eye-catching, deadly, and totally rad as hell. If you enjoyed this review, smash that like button and let me know in the comments. Are you picking up Art of Vengeance, or are you waiting to see how it develops? And don't forget to subscribe for more reviews of the games that matter to you. Until next time, keep those blades sharp.